What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Before I talk about anything to do with my progress with my ACL, something very important is happening tonight. Not sure if you can see here properly, but I've got my game day polo on for Cairns FC, and yes, I'm up and about and walking, which is also a good thing. Yeah, I'm not on crutches, but like I said, I'll talk about the injury tomorrow. Well, in about 5 minutes for you guys. I'm going to do a 2-day vlog here. Tomorrow, I finally booked an appointment with my surgeon. He's going to tell me what the go is, when my appointment is. He's basically going to draw up a plan for my injury and my recovery as well. But like I said, tonight is a very important game for Cairns FC. It's actually the round of 32 of the FFA Cup. So that's that cup in Australia. So all the A-League teams, NPL teams and amateur teams go in. Now, there's about 750 teams this year, and we're down to the last 32 teams in Australia, and we're playing a team from Western Australia in Perth. They're called Armadale Soccer Club, and they flew all the way over from the west coast over to the top of Australia up here in Cairns at Barlow Park. So I think it's going to be a pretty packed stadium tonight, probably the biggest game in the history of Cairns FC. And unfortunately, I can't play. I wouldn't have been able to play anyway because, like I said, I played for Southside Comets in the FFA Cup, you know, earlier on when Cairns FC beat us. So if you can't beat them, gotta join them. Unfortunately and obviously, I can't play tonight, but I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a tour around Barlow Park and what it's like to be in and around an NPL team playing against another NPL team in one of the biggest tournaments in Australia, the FFA Cup round of 32, with a chance to play against an A-League team in the round of 16. Alright, let's go cheer the boys on. Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I can ask you to be upstanding for the national anthem, performed by Lucas Field from Cairns Young Voices.
Belcan at 3-2. Another decision here for Jared Gillette to make, and the Armadale player in Bo Rahim has been sent off. Jared Gillette obviously deeming it an obvious goal scoring opportunity. Has he got the right advantage of the offside flag? He has, and he opens up the scoring 7.5 minutes into the first half. Once again, Carroll is the focal point up front, and they've got a second. Carroll is the leader.
One man too many, didn't need to take the play on there. Jackson.
Oh, Coppin, Bronson Coppin from outside the area. And there's a fourth goal. It is Chris O'Hare that does get on the score sheet. And Cairns make it 4.
Good morning, guys. What a massive win last night for us. I mean, a 4-0 clean sweep against Armadale SC. We're into the round of 16. Oh, what's a game? I can't get over it. I mean, I was gutted enough, you know, watching from the sidelines. You know, it's obviously hard, but all credit to the lads. They played them off the park. We played to our tactics. We did what the coach wanted. us to do, and yeah, massive win. One thing I was gutted about last night, it was very like uptight. There's a lot of security around. I mean, I tried walking in and vlogging the tunnel and the changing room. As I walked in, there's a security guard there. He looked at me and said, what are you doing? And I was like, I said, you better turn that off right now. You need your AAA pass, all access areas pass, to come through. I was wearing like my Cairns uniform, FC uniform and everything. I was like, yeah, I had to go to the ticketing office and ask one of the Cairns reps to give me an all access pass, and ended up getting it, but I couldn't continue filming, which sucked. But yeah, moving on to today. As you can see here, I'm up and about, which is good news, which means it's not a complete rupture of the ACL, I don't think. But we'll see how we go today, because I've got an appointment with my surgeon at 10 AM. So we're going to see how that goes. I'm looking forward to it, so I can finally find out when I can go in for surgery and start this bloody recovery process, because it's driving me mental. I probably should have mentioned this at the start of the video, but guys, I really do appreciate all your support and everything that you're doing for me during this hard time. All your messages, I've read them, don't worry. To those that I haven't replied to, I'll try my best to get back to you, probably today or tomorrow when I have a bit more time. But honestly guys, it really means the world to know that I have your support, and definitely brings that positivity. It really does help give me that mental strength to push forward. As you can see, I've got a smile on my face today. You know, over the last week it was a really tough time, but your messages have kept me positive, and you know, I've realized now, you know, the only thing to do is move forward. You know, I can't change what's happened. And you know, it's time to focus on the things that I can change. But for those guys that haven't caught up on what's happened with me, I've done something to my ACL. I think I've ruptured a bit of it and the bones in and around it. So if you haven't watched the video, I'll link that up here. It was a very, very vulnerable video for me. But you know, I hesitated to put it up, but I thought, you know, I got to put it up. I got to show you guys what the truth is, how I'm feeling, and what happens when you go through something like this. And yeah, it's not a good feeling, as you can probably tell for those that have watched the video. But if you're not up for crying or shedding a tear, don't click on it. But yeah, appreciate the love. We're gonna head to my appointment now with the surgeon. Hopefully I can get some footage for you in there and talk about it afterwards, and hopefully we have a date set for my surgery. All right, let's head it. Oh, yeah, let's put it down here.
Yep. Yeah, just put it down. Okay, no worries. Jump on up. Put your head on the floor. Yeah. Just let it go like that. Okay. Just going to do one thing to you. Just let it drop down for us, mate. I know she's a bit sore. If you drop down again, just try to relax it as much as you can. Pop on down, hey? You can see some wider bits there, that's bruising in the bone. You can see fluid in here. You know, your injury's a little unusual, but that signal change there in that ACL is pretty typical of an ACL injured knee. You know, you can just sort of see the fibres and they seem to have pulled off there.
Okay, that's what I'm feeling like in the back of it.
Yeah.
So I couldn't show too much of my appointment with my surgeon for obvious reasons. I just want to keep the information restricted. You know, obviously you can see he's explaining to me the whole problem with my knee, exactly what has happened. The good news is it's not going to be a complicated surgery. He basically told me, yes, I did tear my ACL, however it's in isolation, so there's no meniscus problem. You know, there's a little bit of bruising in the area, but he said that's nothing to worry about, that'll heal on its own. Obviously the problem to worry about is the ACL in itself. Now what he's going to do is he's not going to repair the ACL, that's beyond repair, and he's going to basically replace it with a bit of my hamstring tissue actually, and they're going to tie that together. I'm going to have 2 screws or 2 bolts on the sides in my knee. I'm not too sure of the correct terminology. Maybe those who are a bit more scientific than me can fill me in on that. It's good to know what he's going to do. It makes me feel a lot more comfortable and confident in him knowing what's actually going to happen. And he's taken me through what to expect for my recovery as well. So I'm going to be on crutches for about 1 or 2 weeks. I'm going to go home 24 hours after the surgery, which is great news. I hate being in hospitals. I don't know why, just a thing about them. It's just a negative place to be, and I just want to get out of there. So that's good news. I'll be on crutches for 1 to 2 weeks. Once I'm off the crutches, I can go ahead and start my proper rehab. So that's physical therapy, strengthening, mobility, things like that. But obviously the dangerous thing about ACLs is you can easily get carried away, especially as an athlete. In your head, you know that you always want to challenge and push yourself to new heights, and you want to try and do things to improve. And that's the problem with ACLs, is you've got to really take it steady, you know, be conservative, and I've got to really keep my head in the game for this surgery. But the best news is, out of this appointment, is I'm booked in for surgery next Tuesday, so that's the 7th of August, I'm pretty sure, which is excellent news, because I just want to get it over and done with so I can get onto my recovery, because I'm just sort of sitting here, you know, there's nothing I can do to sort of improve it than what it's done at the moment. I mean, I'm walking on it fine, but I can't run, and it's going to be like that for a very, very long time. One question for you guys, and this is very important for those who have been following me and who are wanting to continue to follow me along this journey in the 10,000 Hours Project. And the question is, this rehab process, should there be a separate series for it? So should it be a Road to Recovery Part 2? Or would it be better if it was just continued on with the 10,000 Hours Project? As, you know, I'm investing my time, kind of training. I guess the rehab is going to be strenuous enough. It's going to be a lot of hours calculated on that. So should that be part of the 10,000 Hours Project, or should it be a completely separate series? I know, a Road to Recovery Part 2. Please let me know in the comment section below. It'll really help me out in how I move forward with my social media, YouTube, Instagram, etc. And it's always good to ask you guys, because you guys are consuming the content. And yeah, please let me know down below any thoughts that you have. And I've got a lot planned for this. I've started to set out my nutrition plan, because I've got to keep my weight down. I'm starting to set out different time frames and different goals for myself now that I have a better idea of how the surgery procedure is going to work and what my rehab process is going to be like. Yeah, that's going to be it for this vlog, guys. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button. Also, if you're new to this space, please consider subscribing as I try and attempt to recover from an ACL injury and surgery, and hopefully I'll be back in about 9 to 12 months. But as you can tell, I'm a lot more positive now compared to my last video. You know, I've realized what I need to do. I know, you know, how much effort it's going to take, but you know, I'm ready for anything. I did it with my last surgery. I'm prepared to do it again. So here's to a healthy recovery and an awesome surgery. But again, guys, thank you for all the love. I really appreciate it so much. You guys don't know how much it means to me. But thank you for your continued love and support. But don't forget, those that are taking part in the 10,000 Hours Project, make sure you keep training. Make sure you're taking down notes of your hours and your training sessions every single day. You're accountable for your own improvement. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you on the next vlog. See you later.